Transparency, explainability, and AI communication. The next most important thing, and very well covered under ISO 42001, which set the standards for AI management systems worldwide before the individual geographies created their own rules. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on data privacy and artificial intelligence. We've been talking about governance, including ISO 42001 these days, and we're going to talk about transparency, explainability, and AI communication within or as defined by ISO 42001. These are three related concepts. Transparency is important. That creates visibility. There's one very important factor of transparency. People should know what are you doing and how are you doing it. Then only it would be visible to them as how their information is being used, whether it comes to privacy, whether it comes to artificial intelligence. Explainability explains the details of it, and you get a better understanding of utilization. And communication is sharing information between the two parties, the tool as well as the user, as to how the things are happening. Context of this determines the need, though the audiences may be different for each. Transparency, however, does not mean full disclosure. It's not important that you tell everything. What needs to be known is AI is involved. Very good. What next? How and what is AI doing? What is the clear intended purpose of using AI? But not the exact details. You're not going to share the code of your tool. This is what I have drafted. You're not going to share the LLMs of your tool. You're going to share, I'm using AI for these purposes, and this is how your data is safe, and this is the outcome expected. Finish. Not too much detail, but relevant detail, and that's something which is more important. You need to provide the relevant and sensitive information to the user or the consumer so that they build confidence in that AI tool. Explainability, what does that mean? Simple, it explains. So you are able to understand the behavior of the system, which is going to give you some output. What are the important factors? What are the relevant outcomes? How do you match the audience knowledge? And how do you focus on useful understanding of the system? Something which is equally very, very important. Right? So relevant information through transparency and complete understanding of that information through explainability. Next comes communicating to the right audience. Who needs to get this information? Your user, the most important person who needs to know what are you doing, how are you going to do it. Your employees, right? Because they have to face the outcomes, monitor the outcomes. They have to handle the user complaints or concerns, anything that comes in, rather a generic word queries. Your customers, to whom you are selling the tool, who may further have users. The regulators, who can question you at any other situation. Anyone complains to the regulator, regulator will come and ask you, what are you doing? And any other interested parties that using the system. These are the important people who should be communicated about it. Communication also works backwards, which means you should be not only ready to let your users know what you are doing, but be ready to accept a feedback from your users as to how happy or how sad they are with your working. They would report the adverse impacts, raise concerns, communicate any incidents that happen. You should be ready to capture their feedback. All that would help you achieve better governance. That's something which is very, very, very important. Key takeaways: transparency creates visibility. You need to do that. You need to create that. Explainability supports understanding. What is it? Explainable support or help you understand what it is. Tailor your information as per your audience. What is it that your user needs to know? What is it that the customer needs to know? Of course, feedback. Documentation, very important. These are very important things. You can develop your tools and all only when you get good feedback. Good feedback does not mean feedback should be in favor. Good feedback means large volume of feedback. It could be negative, but that's where you are going to improve. And you have to meet your applicable obligations with respect to regulators. That's about the concept of transparency, explainability, and AI communication with respect to ISO 42001. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.